Okay, so I'm going to attempt to do a little video to show you how to work the Parent Keepsake Heart. So the important thing to remember when you're working a heart is that it's in two sides, so it's going to be even on both sides. So I like to mark my first stitch of the round, and I also like to mark the middle of the heart just so that I know that where I am up to, and I can count easily backwards and forwards to make sure I've got the same number of stitches. We're going to start with a magic ring. So wrap the yarn around your fingers twice, go underneath and pull up a loop and chain one to secure it. And now the pattern doesn't say this at the moment, but we need to start with a chain 2. That's missing from the written pattern at the moment. We'll get that sorted. The first stitches you're going to work are 3 trebles. So yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we do that 2 more times. And all these stitches have been worked into the magic ring. That's number 2. This is number 3. And then next we're going to work 4 double crochets. So yarn over, draw up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. And we're going to do that 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the first side of the heart done. So in the middle we're going to do another treble. So yarn over twice, pull up a loop, draw through 2, draw through 2, draw through 2. So this is the center bottom of our heart, so I'm just going to mark that with a bobby pin. I'm just going to go back and mark the first treble as well. So we have treble, double, 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 treble, 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 and then our chain 2 at the start. We're going to work into that chain 2 when we come back around for round 2. So now we're going to repeat what we did on this side up the other side. So we're going to do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 trebles. Yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we'll do that 3 more times. Oh, 2 more times. That's number 2. And this is number 3. And then we're going to finish off the same as how we started, chain 2 and slip stitch back into the magic ring. Slip stitch. Righty-ho, so I'm just going to mark that stitch while we tighten up the magic ring. That's our working stitch. You can count your stitches at this point in time, so you should have a total of 15, 7 on each side of the treble in the middle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the treble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's correct. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our chain 2 and slip stitch back to the center. So we're ready to tighten up our magic ring. Pull on the tail, and the one that starts to shorten, that's the one that you tighten the other side of the magic ring with. Tighten that up and then pull on the tail. Now we're going to work back into the middle of the magic circle a bit later on, so I don't like to tighten that too much at this point. So just get the yarn tail out of the way, and we're ready to put our hook back in and start up for round 2. So we have a total of 15 stitches for round 1. So again, this is going to be a mirror image on both sides. The very first thing we do is into the chain space where we chain to start. Just need to get everything back in alignment here. It's all a bit twisted. Here's the chain space. We're going to work a single crochet, and that's now become our first stitch of this round. So I can move our stitch marker and pop that into that single crochet. In the next stitch, which is our first treble that we worked into the magic ring, we're going to work 2 half double crochets. So yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook, and do that twice. In the next stitch we're going to work 3 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and that's just given us the top corner of the heart. The next stitch is going to get 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2, and we've just rounded the corner. Now we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1, move to the next stitch, 1, move to the next stitch, 1, and the final stitch down this side we're going to work 2 half double crochets into. 1 and 2. So that completes the first half of round 2. And this round consists of 14 stitches on each side, 1 stitch in the middle, and 14 stitches on the other side. So we're at 13 at the moment, and we'll just start our bottom of the heart. And the bottom of the heart in this round is a half double crochet, then a double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's the middle bottom of the heart. Just going to move this stitch marker, and another half double crochet into the bottom, which forms the basis of the bottom. So if you want to count now, you should now have 14 stitches from where we've marked the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Why have I got 15? Damn it. 1 single crochet, One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just counted wrong. Idiot. Okay, so now we're coming up the second side. In the first stitch we work 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. Then we're going to work half double crochets in the next 3 stitches. 1 in that one, 1 in the second one, 1 in the third one, now we're going to work 2 in the next stitch. That's 1 and 2, 3 in the next stitch, 1, 2, 3 as we come around the corner, and 2 in the next stitch. Now we should be up to the chain 2 space, which is where we are, and around the chain 2 space we work 1 single crochet, and then I like to secure and finish off the slip stitch right through into the center of the heart. This is where I like to do my hanging loop, and the hanging loop is a chain of 20, so just have everything nice and tight there, that slip stitch, and we're going to work a chain of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's halfway, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and slip stitch that again back into the very center of the magic circle. And that's our magic loop complete, our hanging loop completed and secured into the center. Right, so now we're ready to start round 3. Let's just count. We should have 29 stitches for this round, 14 on either side of the center, and the center of this round was a double crochet. So let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's our number 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So 29 stitches all the way around on round number 2, not including the slip stitch into the center. So now we're ready to start round 3, and round 3 starts with a single crochet. In fact, we single crochet all the way around for this round, but some stitches we're putting 2 and some stitches we're putting 1. So single crochet in the first stitch, and I'm just going to pop my stitch marker back in there again, because we'll slip stitch to that when we come around. So 1 stitch in the next 2, so 1 and 1. Now we're going to start a repeat, and this is going to be repeated 3 times, and we're going to do 1 in the next stitch, then 2 in the stitch after. So 1 and then 2, and we repeat that, 1 and then 2, and this is the last time, 1 and then 2. And that's rounded us around that top corner of the heart. And now we're going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches, and that should take us to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should have 6 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 5, and 6. So in the bottom where we've got our stitch marker, we can take that out now because this is our final round and we're just about finished. So the bottom stitch is going to have a single crochet, a half double crochet, and another single crochet. So that's our bottom completed, and now we're going to repeat what we did down this left side of the heart up the right side. So 6 single crochets, so a single crochet in the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to reverse our repeated stitches that we did on the other side. So this is going to be repeated 3 times. We're going to work 2 stitches into the first stitch and 1 stitch into the second stitch. 1, 2, and then 1. And we need to do that 3 times. So that was once, 2 in the next stitch, 1 in the next, that's twice we've done that, 2 in the next stitch, and 1 in the next stitch. That's the third repeat of that. We're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, and 2, and that should see us all the way around. And we're going to join with a slip stitch to the very first stitch. So that's where we've left our stitch marker in. I like to keep the hanging loop behind and slip stitch across in front. That stitch marker can come out. And if you'd like to count, there should be a total of 38 stitches for this round. But if you've got all the way around with no stitches left over, then all of your rounds have been completed correctly. You're ready to secure off. We can just trim that now. Pull that through. I'd pull it to the back through the middle of the magic ring, and you probably want to tighten up your magic ring now at this point. And there you have your heart completed. Should be even on both sides. It has the hanging loop there sitting towards the back, but nice and flat. If you want to, when you're tying off and securing your tails and weaving those in, I normally would weave with a needle underneath the magic ring. You might also want to just tack that hanging loop a couple of times. It's entirely up to you. It depends on how it's sitting. If it's not sitting flat like mine is, you might just want to secure that back and forwards through the heart that you've made, just so that that's all nice and neat. So I hope this has been helpful, and we'll see how the video actually went, whether you're able to see all the stitches or not. Alrighty, bye.